My father, Joe Morris Sr., Navajo Code Talker, was born April 19, 1926 on the Navajo Reservation in Indian Wells, Arizona. He was born under modest conditions in a hogan with no electricity or running water. He tended his family's livestock. Then at 16, he realized he needed a draft registration card in order to find work, so he traveled to Holbrook, Arizona, and he obtained one. And that was in 1944. He was drafted into the Marine Corps. Little did he know that his language and he would be part of history. The Japanese were breaking the code. A gentleman by the name of Philip Johnson approached the Marine Corps and suggested that the Navajo language be used. When the Marine Corps realized that the Navajo language could be used as a code, they set up a Navajo communication school at Camp Pendleton, California. Once my father finished the communication school, he was sent overseas. He was with the 22nd Regiment, 6th Marine Division. He saw combat in Guam, Guadalcanal, Saipan, Okinawa, and Tongsan, China. He was honorably discharged in 1946, and he traveled back to Indian Wells, Arizona. He met Charlotte Morris, who would become his wife 2 years later. He sought employment in Barstow, California at the Marine Logistics Base, where he and Charlotte would set up their homestead. President Reagan proclaimed August 14th as Navajo Code Talker Day, and this is celebrated each year at our capital in Window Rock, Arizona. When my father passed away, we as children and his family chose the Riverside National Cemetery as his resting spot. He is survived by his wife Charlotte, my brother Elliot, and I, and he has 3 grandchildren. I viewed my father as a modest person. The only thing he would always say to us was that his weapon was his language. When my father passed away in 2011, at the Loma Linda VA facility, there was not a suitable emblem to go on a headstone for Native Americans. The VA approached our family and asked if we could come up with a significant emblem that would pay tribute to Native Americans. So my son Nolan designed the emblem, and it pays tribute to how the Navajo lived their life. The emblem is based on the 4 directions: north, south, east, and west. The VA hospital, Loma Linda, supported our submission, and on 2012, the director at the cemetery notified me that our emblem had been accepted. Shortly after, a ceremony was conducted to replace the old headstone that was used for my father, and it is titled The 4 Directions, and it is the circle of life. This is the 4 directions, and this is what the Navajos base their life on. It encompasses all the facets of life of a human being. The 4 directions represents the essence of who my father, Joe Morris, was, for this is what he based his life on.